dun, dun, dun. Nomtombout Radio, man. We back for another week, man. You know what it is, man. I know you ain't seen us in like 2 weeks.
Man, been on vacation.
It wasn't even a vacation. It was like it was work away from work.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, just trying to. I know me personally. I've been working a lot with my Type-ish podcast. Y'all might know we've been having the live podcast on Sundays, last Sundays of each month at Northside Tavern. So just building that up, but man, we back more focused than ever, I think, man. Real inspired.
No doubt.
I've been seeing a lot of movies, but I know you've been making extra moves too, man.
Yeah. I'm going to get the movie review show, but well, it wasn't a show, it was just me posting, but I'm about to turn it into a full-fledged show. So y'all need to be on the lookout for that. But other than that, I've been performing, producing, in the studio a lot and enjoying these grandbabies. Got a bunch of shows coming up for the rest of the month. But as I always do, I got to give a shout out to the KY side. Shout out to Covington, Newport, Bellevue, Campbell County, Burlington, Florence, Erlanger, all surrounding areas over there. Peace and love to the Natty. We back once again. We got a special guest today for show. We're going to get into that, let y'all know who he is, let y'all know what he's doing, what he's done. It should be fun.
Yeah, man. Before we get into that, man, it is September now, man. It's almost 2020, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, this year went quick.
Dumb quick. So we got a few more months, man.
My birthday month, 13.
Oh, what sign is that?
Virgo.
Virgo? Mm-hmm. All right, man. Well, you got Virgo buddies, man. Shout out to BG, man. His birthday is on September the 3rd. Wow, what's hell? BB. Hey, you remember that one? The one time, who was it? Juvenile. He was going out of the song BGZ, Weezy. Then he called this dude Turkeyzy. Called him a turkey. He never was that important of a group. He be on Facebook like a regular guy.
I know he had like 30 people watching him when he go live.
Yeah, he be having like 17 likes.
If you see Turk go live, you can holler at him.
Hey, you can
you can holler at that dude.
Hey, man, he a real dude, man.
Now, he did a lot of writing, though, back in the day.
For word?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's
Most
up.
of the hooks, yeah, he was the
had no
pen.
idea.
Oh, okay.
Some people don't got everything, you just got to know what you got.
What hooks he do?
I don't know.
Okay.
So I ain't no historian.
I know.
Oh, shoot. No on the show.
Yeah, I don't know the brother.
Okay. Let's see. So I know y'all hear y'all hear the voice, man. I'm gonna let this guy introduce himself. We got a couple more birthdays too, but
yeah, I see who that popped up on there.
We're gonna let him introduce himself, man, so he can come in and jump in on these birthdays.
Yeah,
man.
no doubt.
But introduce yourself, special guest, man.
I am the one and only comedian Dusty Lewis from Newport, Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
All day, every day. KY boy, shout out to Cincinnati. Shout out to y'all. Give it up for y'all. This is so dope. I told you I had to get on here.
Doubt. Appreciate you coming, man. Last minute, too. Appreciate it.
Definitely. So what's the birthday thing? Y'all be
I see Foxy. When?
Foxy Brown, man. Her real name is Inga DiCarlo. It does not sound like a rapper's name.
I done messed her name all up. I'm glad I ain't reading.
Right.
But yeah, man, Foxy Brown, happy birthday to her, September the 6th. And Noriega, host of, what is it, Drink Champs.
Shout out to Drink Champs. Y'all watch that?
Yeah, man.
That's real dope.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, September the 6th. That's rapper Capone, too. And Eazy-E's birthday is on September the 7th.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
At about noon, just thought that I had to be in Compton
I didn't know
soon.
that like you would. Like I didn't know. Like who wasn't supposed to know his birthday? Shout out to him,
I'm thinking about when he passed. That's what it was. He passed in like March or something like that.
Dang. Well, happy birthday, bro. What's your favorite Eazy-E song?
I don't have one.
You don't have one?
No.
I think, what was it, Certified Gangsters?
Yeah, that's probably
that was
the most memorable one.
Yeah, that was hard, man.
It was dope. Bass line was nice.
The only one I can remember is I can't say it. I can't even say
Oh,
none
yeah,
of it.
yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
No.
And you still can't say none of it on there. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Boys
Yeah.
in the
Okay.
hood, man.
That's one of them you know it, but you don't know it.
Right.
West Side gangsters. It's hard to really get gangstered on when somebody is speaking such pure language to you, like such pure English. They pronounce everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thought
That's how
that I
they
had
talk
to
in
be in
Columbus.
Compton soon.
They talk real proper like that in Columbus. They say all the word, all like.
Yeah. I
Shout
got.
out to everybody pronouncing their words out, man.
You know when you go somewhere else and you having a conversation with somebody and they every time you say something they repeating what you're saying,
I hate
and
that.
I'm like, why does this fool keep repeating what I'm saying?
I hate
He's
that.
laughing because I'm saying there, you know what I'm saying? Out this
yeah,
country,
'cause
this
we
country
say
twang.
y'all.
Yeah.
We got Midwest accent.
And then I was like, just like what you said, I said, how you gonna trip on me? You talking all proper, you
All
corn-fed.
Corn.
I can't even say what I said to him.
Oh man, don't say it, man. But we got Dusty Lewis in the house, man.
What up?
You might have seen him on the stage of Funny Bone.
Funny Bone.
Where's some other places they might have known you from?
For real, the Funny Bone, I've been rocking with my man Super once a month. Shout out to Super. I be everywhere for real. I done did a house. I done did birthday parties, repasses. People be wanting comedy at it bugs me out, but I you know, that's how you get that check. But
Yeah.
I think it's dope when you somewhere you don't expect.
How you approach a
I always-
repass different?
Ah man, like I say, I would make a joke about how ugly somebody cry was that day, like to make them all laugh about that. Like he'd have been weak if he'd have seen you cry like that type of situation.
How that be going?
People be ready to laugh, especially black people, man. We already ready to laugh, but they want you to be real though.
Right.
They don't want to see what they seen already.
Mm-hmm.
Because every black person knows somebody funny, and that's
Right.
who you competing with.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart and the funniest person they know. That's who you compete with when you deal with black crowds.
Kevin Hart, man.
He's funny.
You think he like real funny?
I think he's funny.
I think his funny is growing on me. Like his
Yeah, he got a dope energy. He is what he is. Like it's one of them. Like a lot of people get caught up in comparing a type of funny, and it's like what we was discussing with the Dave Chappelle thing. Like couldn't nobody else do that but him. He did Dave Chappelle. Like and it was dope. Like you know.
I feel like the more Kevin's production, the more he focused on the production of his stage and all that, he lost some of the fun.
He definitely went away
me.
from you looking at him.
Yeah.
Like how comedy is. Like, you
Yeah.
know, dark room, light on the stage, you. Like, you feel me? It's
Because
like,
nobody's going to remember, not as he comes up with something new, but as of yet, the last two specials that he did, or movies that he did, it's hard for me to come up with a catchphrase. Like Eddie Murphy, you know, you got ice cream, you got, you know, I'm Bunny falling down the steps.
Yeah, he
like
kinda-
his earlier stuff.
he
is
kind of
like-
still leans on the earlier stuff.
Yeah.
Almost on all right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's one of them things you can't do that twice.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
even
yeah.
if you're attempting to do, he's not attempting to do that twice, but he can't. Like,
Right.
he can't, like, come on, man.
Right.
You done showed me that crossover now. Now I'm gonna put my hand out there type situation. Like we seen that. Now what?
So what you think make people funny? Like, what's some things that like maybe the way they was brought up or
Yeah, them being they self. When somebody you could tell that they're being their self, that's the funniest thing ever. Like, because it's either whatever they're talking about is from their perspective or what they experience. So either way, them talking about something that you can visually see them being in a situation, it'll make you laugh. Because they might be somebody that's overweight. And it's like, you did what? Like, you know what I'm saying? They could say he did 3 cartwheels. Like, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
These biscuits is, hey, God, I love you.
Like, who was there? Like, something like you. Like, so, I
I
don't
think
know.
you could tell how funny a person is or a comic is, like, when they're being interviewed. Like, I see Kevin, I saw other people do it too, but Kevin can come out on certain shows and you can tell that they already
yeah.
It's
backstage
a-
pre
it's
did
almost-
this.
it's a
But
bit
somebody
set
like
up.
Mike Epps,
He's
hilarious.
His last special was dope too. Shout out to him too.
Yeah, he got a new special, right?
Yeah, it was dope.
It was, wasn't
It
it?
was dope. I was impressed.
Somebody like and Jamie Foxx does that pre stuff too, but sometimes he takes it and he get up and get the crowd into it, and the interview is just cracking up. You know what I mean? When it's more natural, even if you got a set premise, the more natural it feels, the better. And I just think like Kevin Hart figured out the blueprint of whatever he was doing, and now that's what it looks like.
Now he runs with it.
Yeah, it just looked like.
But it's like it's almost like the Cat Williams syndrome too. Like, remember after he played the pimp, he can't get away from that.
Yeah.
That whole persona, like, you know what I'm saying? He can't get away. He was never no pimp. Like,
Right.
You feel me? But that's, you know what I'm saying? That's what people see. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what Kevin Hart. That's why he plays the same role in every movie. Even with the little kind of serious movie he did with the wheelchair dude, it was still him but serious. Like, it wasn't like he was.
It seemed like all the greats end up just replaying themselves. Like, think about Denzel. Denzel does not get in character. Denzel does the same thing every movie. He gonna ask you back what you just said to him.
You think you can do this to me?
And look, he gonna stare intensely.
I think we just
you buy into the brand of them.
Yeah, definitely. And he's a brand, so you roll with it.
Yeah,
but at least he does do.
This is brilliant.
He's being himself in a good story.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He picks good movies to do. So I rock with Denzel.
He definitely rocks everything that he does. But he's not one of those actors that has that range where he can do accents and all this stuff. He's just like,
oh nah.
This
so
is
you
what it
want me to
is.
do an accent, huh? You
Yeah,
like, man,
it's over for that.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Man, when Lunel was here a couple weeks ago for that Ricky Smiley show,
I did a show with her that day show.
She cussed me out.
Oh, she was on one that day.
She cussed me out because I asked for a picture.
Oh yeah, she ain't playing.
Wow.
I wanted her to take a picture holding the tight his shirt though. And she's like, I ain't doing all that. She was like, you want the picture or not? And I went to grab my phone. I guess I didn't grab it fast enough. She was like, oh, so you ain't got to do me no favors. F you. I was like, dang.
Dang.
I like Lunel though, but she was on one that day.
For real.
The cities be like, man, you got to go to Cincinnati. They a lick. But they buy anything that ain't made there.
I swear.
And they gonna love it.
Right.
How many chains you think we bought Gucci? It was at one point in time I thought Gucci and Yo Gotti lived here. I thought they lived in Bond Hill, bro. Like I feel like they be like, go up there, you can cap off them, bro.
Yeah.
We buy anything.
Who
that
else
ain't
be
here.
here all the time? Which one? The first baby that came out. That's crazy.
It's a lot of babies walking around.
Man, it's a lot of babies.
Grown babies.
The skinny one.
The baby, little baby.
Yeah.
Little baby.
He was here hella.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's a lot of rapper baby mamas here. You remember Wayne had the baby with the girl in Westchester?
Man.
Yeah.
Hey.
And she was lit for 2 weeks.
She was a legend.
She
People was
almost
looking
made
for her.
the news.
Yeah. I think she did make the news.
Did she make the news?
Yeah, I remember
That's
people
deep.
used to be, I seen her at the mall. I seen her at Tri-County. Like, no, you didn't, bruh. You just seen some light-skinned lady with
Then
curly
it's like,
hair.
so what?
Right.
She was a legend. Have been touched by a legend. I'm gonna take that part out. Definitely. Definitely coming out.
How long you been doing comedy?
I've been
Because
doing-
I didn't even tell you this. I met him by hooping. That shit can ball. Like he's serious with it. So when I found out, I think it's probably been a few years ago that I realized that he was doing comedy. I was like, oh shit, okay. But how long you been doing comedy?
About 12 years.
For real? Okay.
Yeah. About 12 years.
What got you into it?
My homeboy signed me up. He was working at the Funny Bone, and they had this night, like an off night, where they would do like an amateur night and stuff. And they was always whack, but they'd be happy with it, like with the turnout. So he's like, man, I got to do funnier than all them. And he signed me up, and I beat out like 35 comics my first night, and I went last. Smashed it. And then after that, I started doing Gary Owens night. And then I went from Gary Owens night doing 3 to 5 minutes from 7 to 15 because he'd be late all the time.
Yeah.
Like within a month. So I'd be up there, I had to improv. And that's how I learned, like, nah, you need a set.
Yeah.
You can't just, like, you can go up there and just talk, but nah, you need a set.
Right.
Because they ain't here for that.
Right.
Wear you out.
And they boo you in that show. And Gary, you come on stage and smash. So it's like, dang, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
But with So Live, I remember one day he finally got on stage because I was doing it every rip, like, so. And he got up there. Usually he'll shoot a little joke or something or whatever, or rebuttal something I said. And he's like, dang, Dusty getting funny. And like just rolled on into a set. I was like, dang, that, like, cause he'll get you.
Yeah.
Like, so where you like leave early, like, yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here.
Right.
Like,
Gary Owens be giving it to people like that?
Oh man, he was cold.
I ain't never heard about that.
Hey, he was cold. You remember Lil Brandon with the little arm?
Yeah, man, Black and Mild, bro.
Man, he got Brandon one day, and Brandon got up and snapped though.
Did he?
Yeah, he let him have. They was in there week, and he was like, man, he's looking at his arms. He was like, man, I wish I had 2 regular arms, y'all. I would choke him out. Like, and they fell out. He's like, you gonna be here messing with me with them 2 white baby shoes sitting in your mouth, talking about his teeth, because his teeth was big, man. He got up out there, though.
You seen him?
Who, B?
Yeah.
He moved to Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, you know, Eddie Griffin took him out there.
Really?
Yeah, bro, it was crazy. He came down there when Eddie Griffin was there. He brought all his movies and stuff. They wanted him to sign them and stuff, so he finally caught him out back smoking.
Yeah.
Got him signed and got to talking. He was like, man, you a comic? He was like, yeah. Gave him a guest spot. Brandon smashed, like, you feel me?
That's hard.
After all that, came back and got it, took him with. I think he packed him and his mom up, took him out there.
Oh,
That's
what's up.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, shout out to Eddie Griffin. Shout out to Black and Mild, bro. I remember watching a Black and Mild set. At,
Hey, B was funny, man.
He was funny. He was funny.
Like,
you ever,
I wouldn't want to follow. I used to hate following B.
Yeah.
He was funny.
He was for real funny, man. So shout out to him, man. But who kind of like did you look up to kind of get your
Well, when
style?
Robin Harris the coldest.
Oh, man.
Robin Harris dope. You know, Dave Chappelle. Like I was into like Eddie Murphy definitely. That was like when I got to watch it on VCR tape and stuff like that. Like I was cool. Like Richard Pryor, I got it, but that wasn't like who I was. You feel what I'm saying? Like the Eddie Murphy was more like my speed as far as in visual things. Like, cause he was so cold, you got the joke. Like you didn't have to overthink it, and you come from everything like ice cream. You come from that, like you know what I'm saying. So it just be hella. But like I said, most of the time it be the people around me. Like that's what made I tell everybody that's what made me funny was people around me. Like he said, I hoop and stuff. Like a lot of people be like, "That's don't do no comedy." Like then they come to my show and they be like, "Man, you do that for real?" Like it's like they can't like fathom it. Like,
but it's a thing like over like he from Newport, I'm from Covington, but it's a thing over there to where people use different terminologies for this snapping on people or. We do that
Jones.
well. Jones, we do that.
You
well
had to be
over
able
there.
to do it.
It's, I mean, like it's some.
That was
funny
literally
people.
how I got through. Was by being,
it's
like,
some funny,
every
funny
corner.
people
Somebody
over there,
gonna,
bro.
somebody mom will give it to you over there. Like be
yeah.
on their porch too long. Like
How you snap on somebody's mom in front of them?
Nah, you learn to get them or bow out.
Right.
Hey, girl, I was horrible growing up. I wasn't like a physically bad kid, but words. Cold.
Yeah, you knew how to control them words.
Hey,
it felt like a punch.
Your whole family get it on the porch.
What's off limits, man?
I don't think anything's off limits. I think it's more or less the manner of what you say is off limits.
Okay.
Like you
Give
feel
us
me?
an example.
Like your mama's so stupid. That's basic or whatever. But like say you got a slow brother or something, right?
Yeah.
And you like. Oh, get on. That's why your room smell like doo-doo because your brother. Like, like, come on, bro. You know you're handicapped. Like, you don't want to get too deep, but, like, even, like, kids or your dead people. It just depends on the level of capping. Some people cap to try to get you to go there. Like, that'd be the setup.
I think you need to worry about the people who try their hardest not to cap back. I feel like they holding something like, man, I didn't want to ever say this, man.
Because it's going to be so personal.
It's going to be so real. It's going to be like, man.
And that's true, too. The one that talking like, he really just talking.
He just throwing stuff out there with the person who ain't saying nothing. They like, man, I don't want to yield these powers. You have no idea how strong the force is within me.
Right.
Hey, my homeboys, shout out to my dude, C. Wody. Chris Jones, like it was like my neighbor growing up. Hey, his whole family funny, bro. You walk in their house, you can have on everything new, and they still gonna shred you. Like, oh, look at you, brand new. Don't touch nothing, don't get nothing. Like they make you feel bad about wearing new clothes.
Being fresh.
About being fresh.
Man, sometimes you gotta look at where you getting stuff from. You be like, oh, that's because y'all bummy as
Nah, they just do that. They just do that. Like, but that's what got you more witty. Like, especially like I said, I'll set joke. Plus, well, you know, my dad Roger Lewis, so I had to kick it in the ape yard all day and Ishi Garden and things like that. So I'm seeing and hearing a lot of funny stuff.
Yeah.
So
Even it's just my own perspective of like, dang, like I know a kid and he might be horrible and always messing with somebody, trying to cap and fighting, and it's like, I seen your daddy pee on himself. Like, I got that power. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
what I'm talking about.
dangerous. Like, like, so
Yeah.
keep messing with people. Man, his daddy be peeing on himself. Though. He need a hug, bro. Though. You know, like, stop.
People that say like some really cruel stuff, like especially like when you was young and you got the food stamps popping off, like not the card, the actual money. And you know, I remember I had a older homeboy lived upstairs from me. He was like, that's why your mama be down at the food stamp office getting food stamps. Da da da. No, she don't. No, you know. I'm like, no, she don't. I cried going to the house. Ma, such and such said that. Da da da. She said I was in the line right behind his mama.
Right.
I go right outside like, that's what my mama said. She was in the line right behind your mama. While everybody's still in the court though, on 10th Street Court coming to, I gotta say, I gotta get back out there because he just got me in front of everybody.
Yeah.
So I went in, come right out, and just hit him with it right when
And
it's
that's
nice
what
and
was
quiet.
so crazy. That's how powerful the food stamp
Yeah,
curse was.
stigma
Like,
was. Yeah.
You will have them, but still Jones somebody for
Yeah,
having them.
yeah.
Like, his mom had the $50 ones
Right.
though. Like, they got a whole bunch of food
Hey,
stamps.
man, some people food stamp book used to be thick.
Yeah.
Like them coupon books used to be.
Winning.
Yep.
Man, that sound when you turn them off, man. Yeah, man. It's back in the day.
Back in the day.
I miss it.
Who
Yeah.
was you part of a funny family? Who was your dad? I heard you say your dad name. Was he like a
Roger
figure?
Lewis from Covington. If you're from Covington, shout out to Roger Lewis. Y'all know my daddy.
He a legend?
I guess, like, in his own right.
He did comedy too?
Nah, he's just a cool dude, man. Just a cool dude. Had a little drinking problem, but he was 1,000 though. He wasn't no sucker, you know. My dad was cool. My dad was funny, man. He was funny, but he wasn't being funny. Like, if that make any sense. Like,
That make perfect
he
sense.
was so confident. It was like, that's funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's funny.
So was he big influence on that?
On doing comedy.
On your funny, the way you see
Oh,
funny?
definitely. Like I said, I was like a sponge. I just soaked a lot of stuff in, even like a mannerism. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll pick up on like why you think that guy's funny. Like, your dad have a friend that's so funny because of how he stand when he talking stuff about people. Like, you'll be weak. Like, man, you stand like you over there standing like Harold. Look at Harold.
You ain't
Like,
even gotta say nothing really.
yeah. It's
Right.
just- so it'd be a little thing. I always picked up on stuff like that versus like somebody's personality or just like more or less demeanor or how they react in certain situations. Like, like we were saying, like, funniest thing to a comic is seeing a comic bomb because it's like it's the face they make. You see it in their eyes. Like it could probably cry right now. Why is that funny? But it is. It's like,
This is the funniest part of your set, bro. You should do this all the time.
Bout. Have some respect. Sit down, sit down. Y'all not gonna move me.
Hey, I remember my one dude. He's on stage struggling and to the point where he was like forgetting his material. And
That's
he was
hard.
like, oh, what was I about to say?
When
Oh,
you
that's
get there-
right. I'm a genius. I fell out. I was like, what? Like, how did you forget to say that, smart guy? But it just beat up little, and I end up having him make it into a joke. I'm like, that's the funniest thing you
'cause
said all night.
That
Right.
should be a
Right.
joke.
Yeah,
that
That's
should
right.
be a
I'm
joke.
genius.
That should be.
Wow.
That should be. What's been the stage or show that you've done that you feel like was your favorite one, or you just killed it?
When I did Ohio Kings of Comedy up in Columbus, smashed that. And it's been up there enough, so I kind of got like my, you know what I'm saying, people know my name as far as, and if they deal with the comedy, so
Right.
me being on there was a big thing, and then I smashed it, like walked on cloud nine. It was dope.
Right.
And then I did the Aaron off before. That was live.
Yeah. I think I seen you on the flyer for that. Who all was on that?
Bout Man. Shout out to my man Bout Man.
Yeah.
Big Stan. I done a lot, but for real, Funny Bone, that's home though. That's like my court. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That's my stadium right there. Like, so.
Is the Funny Bone still open in KY?
Nah, I gotta go up to Liberty Township now.
Yeah, you go millions of miles to go up there then.
Yeah, it's nice. It's about 25 minutes.
Yeah. It's straight up, but you just be like,
but you get, I'm telling you, that high you be chasing for them, like, them nights, like, you might get in there, and because they hold, like, almost 400 people.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a weekend gig, and you working with a name, that energy, bro, it's like,
Right.
you feel me? And that's where I be thriving at. Like, it's one of them things, like, oh, you thought that was funny? Like, it's like when you writing your rhymes and stuff, you know you already know what you want to say. But once you get them first 2 bars going, it's over.
Yeah.
Like, you almost have to make yourself stop when you get in that zone, and that's how I be on stage. Like, Super, shout out to my man Super. He always he be making me shut up. Because when I get in the zone, I can talk about anything, right? You feel me? And make it stupid. Or just have a conversation with you for real. I'll just have you up in there just talking to me. And then how you weak. Boom, 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 boom. How you talking to me. How you weak. How you think about something else. Boom, how you weak. But it don't be nothing I like kind of, it's like weird, man. Just happens.
Just,
like,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah. It was Eddie Murphy, so we just talking about him, and Jerry Seinfeld.
Seinfeld's dope.
They you know, he has a show on Netflix.
I just watched that. Coffee with Comics or
Comics,
something.
He had been doing it on Crackle, but the last couple of years he switched over to Netflix. But him and Eddie was talking about just what you was just now talking about. It's just a thing that comics have, and I guess if it's you in certain sports or you in the music, it's just a certain language or a certain energy or vibe that your frequency that you just connect with, and the people that's not of that particular world,
you can't even explain it.
Can't explain it to them. It's just like you just know.
And that's something you have to get to a point to experience to even to take what you're doing serious. Once you get to that, it ain't about nothing. It's like, nah, this is what I do. So what I'm doing, what comes with that, that's what I'm taking with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? What ain't working, I'm gonna leave it there. Because I'm in control now. I know exactly what I'm doing. Like, as far as in what I want to do with my life, how I want to present myself. Like, that's why I don't try to, like, even when we's doing the skits, like, you get some people try to make you, put a wig on, put a dress on. It's like, nah, because you got to protect everything. Like, you don't know what's going to make you pop, and you don't want it to be something that ain't you.
Yeah, then you're stuck in it.
Yeah, now you that
gotta
guy.
play Medea for the rest of your
life. Which I think he just got the freeway sign.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
You got a what?
Yeah. They,
like, it was
the
a
sign that was going into where his complex is, it was like a regular name, a street name or whatever. But now it's got his name on it.
Tyler Perry Studios Way or something like that.
Did you see it, the compound where that's at? That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tyler Perry though.
It's somebody from
But even with that, it's like what. It's all based on what your goal is.
Get up on that mic a little bit for me.
It's all based on what your goal is. Like, people always think you got to go buy the most expensive thing to show that you are successful, and that's the dumbest thing ever.
Success is what you think it is.
Yeah.
I think we didn't came across this topic before. Like, man, we in a redefining success era. Like, you got to really do what make you happy, man. Instead of chasing a mirage and you get it and you be like, it's still whack. Like,
because you weren't even meant for it. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's like, all right, you got that. Like, but what now? Like,
what now?
Like, I like learning. I like growing. Like, I like feeling a new way. I can't say that, can I? I can't say no.
I feel like not, man. I feel like not. We're just gonna leave it just in case, man. I have no idea no more. You know everything is sensitive.
Definitely my fault. I hang around petty.
You said you wasn't. That's cool.
Yeah, I ain't. Man, I'm renting.
Yeah,
a lot of people rent. That's like ain't nothing.
A lot of people.
We got to define your own. Success is.
No. Hey, that sound worse than the real one. It's just like, man, they gonna look at you for real, like.
What is he saying?
What are you saying, sir? How do you get your jokes? How do they come to you?
I just see stuff. I experienced it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, from you can be walking and trip, and I can come up with a whole bit about that. on the spot, and then once I take it to the stage, I'll turn it to a story.
Yeah.
You feel me? Even if it's me saying I tripped. But it'd be like, I always try to find the most commonest things because it's more relatable.
Yeah.
You know, you don't. That way you ain't gotta overthink it. You're being truthful about how you feel. Like, so I try to stay in that pocket. That way I can talk about anything. That's why, like, my set is literally set up to be. I can start my set with any joke I got. Because it's more like a conversation versus me setting up a bit about my kids and their roles into my life. And I'm gonna just talk about all them things. But I'm gonna have you so engaged that you're not even noticing that. Like, I just talked about my daughter, and now we're talking about K-Swiss. Like, it don't even go together. Like, but what it is that you're laughing. It's like it's all a rhythm. Time is everything.
Yeah.
Time is everything.
You ain't even gotta be funny if you got timing.
Yeah.
It's almost genius.
Yeah. There's know when to do what.
Yeah, and then not be funny.
It's a lot of people like that.
I met a comic, his whole set was based around that. All his jokes were so whack that they was hilarious. And it was based on his timing, how he set the jokes up.
Right.
Killed them.
Can you say who that was?
I don't remember his name. That was a white dude. That's stuff white dudes do.
I feel like Jerry Seinfeld was good at that.
Jerry Seinfeld's a beast.
Jerry Seinfeld was the biggest finesser on earth.
I got to see him at the Aronoff before too.
He was funny live.
Yeah, he was dope.
His show was hilarious.
It was just like his show.
Okay.
But it was like stand up. Like you know, it was dope. Because the way he sets his jokes up, you see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he was dope.
I want to see him. I want to see him live because I watched him stand up and I was confused, but the show used to have me extra weak. I think George Costanza was the funniest person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because he would say they had writers on the show. They would come, you know, he would go with whatever the setup was, whatever the setup of the scene was. But 9 times out of 10, he was like, that's not how I would say that. It's not gonna feel right. He just wasn't comfortable with doing things the way that because they probably try to make it over the top.
Yeah,
when he's not an
real.
over the top dude, just gonna sneak up
More
on
laid
you.
back,
Yeah,
yeah.
nonchalant, dry humor. And a lot of people, especially a lot of black people, sometimes they don't like that. But me and my homies, me, X, and Sweeney, we love
that dry humor. Yeah.
We love that.
Hey, shout out to X and Swing. They're my guys, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to both of them, man. X
Nah.
probably mixing up some a magic potion to get you all right.
Hey, I told X, I told him he gonna live forever because he eat the sunflower seed with the seed still on it.
So he eat the shell?
Eat the whole seed.
He probably take them scratchy dumps.
Handfuls up too, all the seeds. Gonna be in his teeth or nothing afterwards.
It's called a ray flower seed. Raw flower.
Raw flower.
A raw flower seed.
Yeah.
Put some turmeric on it. Shout out to X, man.
Oh man.
Hey, man. What makes you laugh, man?
Everything, man. I laugh at everything. Like, just to either take the energy in. It's like inhaling and exhaling. Like, when you laugh, you clear your mind for that second, or you're focused only on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I try to laugh all the time. Even when I'm mad, I just laugh. Like, you know what? It's crazy.
I think one of laughter is one of the greatest things that you can have that you don't have to pay for. You know what I mean? To where you can just naturally set off your endorphins and all that. Just
Yeah,
by
you ever had
laughing.
the ones when you cramp?
Yeah.
Like, them is the best ever. Like, and that's
Yeah.
something there's nothing you can do in the world to make that occur versus like some medical stuff except laughing. And as much as it hurts, but you can't help it. Like, and you kind of enjoy the pain. Like, you know
When
what
was
I'm
the last time you had a hard laugh like that? Where you couldn't breathe?
Oh. I seen somebody fall off one of them scooters downtown at the light.
Why
And you know why? One, it was at the light. Him falling, that's just comedy within itself. But he was so salty because we connected eyes, and then you could tell he felt some type of way about me because my car ain't live. I drive a '96, right? So I could tell he looking at my car like, in this car. Like,
Right.
Hey, it was the funniest thing. He tried to do like the hop on the curve. It was over.
Oh man.
Hey, you got weak and it hurt.
Oh
till it
no,
hurt.
yeah, we missed the light and everything.
Man, I want to laugh like that. I feel like the last time
I had to
like
pull
that, I was a
over.
kid.
It was. I love it.
Man. I get that type of laugh every so often, but I laugh at stuff that somebody sit next to me and be like, "What?" Like, you ever seen Nacho Libre?
Nah.
Never seen Nacho. I'm telling you, I got right. If you know what I'm saying, we on camera. I got right. I went to go see that movie. Me and wifey, and the movie just comes on, right? And it's just it's Jack Black.
Oh, when he's the wrestler.
Yeah, he's doing the most ridiculous stuff. I mean, he just come on the scene and just stand. I'm just rolling, like crying, laughing. I look over at her to see if she's laughing. She's just looking at me like, babe,
That ain't even funny.
yeah. I was like,
Man, that probably was the music that was playing
I
along
said,
with
wait,
it.
You don't think
be
this is
like that
funny?
sometimes, man.
Man, I'm rolling.
I remember one time when I was like 19, man. Me and Skills at Kroger's, and we seen these two overweight couple with like a 20-pound bag of dog food getting on a motorcycle and leaving. That's the last time I laughed with my soul. I need to. Sometimes I be laughing like this shit ain't attached to my heart. I wanted to be attached to my heart.
Right.
That was the last time, man. Oh man.
That's hilarious, though.
Yeah, man.
Those laughs, though. Those laughs just be it.
You need them. You need them. You reset, man.
Everybody got that person that gives them to you, though. If it's from an aunt to somebody that's live on your same block, like that, just how you weak. Probably be slow and something wrong with them, but you just laugh, like man, he over there drinking out the sewer again, like
Out the sewer.
out the sewer. You just laugh.
How has your comedy had to like evolve? Especially like with the IG coming into play, you gotta be digital.
Definitely, and that's what I gotta work on. Like most of the time, I can't sit around like, all right, I'm gonna think of some funny stuff to say on camera today, and I don't know, I ain't got that, and that's like a gift and like some people got that, like so, and then most of the time when I say something funny, I'm dead serious, so I ain't got no camera in my face right now, like.
Yeah.
I usually hear something I said back off of somebody, like you say, they'll repeat what you say, like what you just call me up, like, and I'll be weak, like I'll literally hang up and call somebody and tell them what I called somebody, like just to be weak again about it, like
Right.
So I don't know.
That's that timing thing, though.
Yeah, definitely.
That timing thing is just like, that's like, I don't know if you saw the clip of the clip we posted yesterday of we had a lawyer in speaking about getting stopped by the police and the right thing to do.
She was talking about the frisk you.
Yeah,
Not the right word.
But she had said something.
Terry stop or something.
Yeah, the Terry stop.
Am I saying that word right?
Frishes.
Frisk you. They stop and frisk you. I ain't saying that right, am I?
You gotta put a K where your H is.
Frisk you. Frisk you.
Yeah.
Frisk you.
But she was, of course, dead serious, and she said, especially they can make up a reason to want to search you, especially if you got a bulge in your pants.
I seen that part.
Right. So but while we were here, I didn't pay attention because I wasn't looking at him yet. But when I'm looking at the video, I already see his comedic mind going. Like his wheels start turning, and then he waited for her to take a pause.
Yeah.
He said, and then as soon as he said, they checked her, I was like, pull over. And then he threw that daggone Eddie thing in there, man. Now that made me laugh hard yesterday. Talking about making me laugh, because I didn't know you did it. So when I'm watching it for the first time, I'm rolling,
regular,
cracking up.
You
do anything on IG? It's different.
IG's different. I like IG. That's where it's at. That's where everybody you can network on IG. I got linked up with a dude through IG. He was all the way in Boston. He tried to book me and everything. Just a little show he put together fell through, but it was dope that we ain't never met each other. I ain't never talked to him on the phone. Like just watching each other's work on there, and that's what's dope about IG. You can show people exactly what you're doing. Like you feel me?
My bad. Go ahead.
You good? Stuff.
I about to say,
Shoot.
like, you ever worry about getting your jokes stole though on the internet like that? Cause I feel like they just scrolling now, trying to find funny people.
Oh, that's why I don't put a lot of material up no more. But like, I feel like my style of comedy, how I do my bit, you can't do me. Like, you might be able to tap on a joke or whatever, but it ain't gonna have that same. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then if they do laugh, I know it's funny.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta steal my jokes. That means you ain't working harder than me anyway. So
Right.
they gonna know you stole my jokes. That's how hard I'm gonna work. Like, you ain't gonna be able to tell my jokes.
And you can steal somebody's joke, but you can't steal the experience it took to make that joke, or to make every nuance of that joint funny. Man.
And like you said, timing. Like, that time that joke was funny when you seen it to steal it, that whole energy was different. So you on another stage, that don't mean that's gonna fly.
Right.
What you
know?
think about like the Amy Schumers and all these people who, like Carlos Mencias,
I don't respect it. Not on that level.
especially on that level?
Yeah, like you can pay people to make you some jokes.
you can pay the people. You can put the people who you stealing jokes from on staff.
Yeah.
You got.
Or you
enough
can
money.
put them on. If you,
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think
like,
you funny,
Or,
come help me.
Or lead the joke out with such and such said this about woo woo woo. I can respect that, but
Right.
don't do the whole bit after
crazy.
or thinking because you said that it's okay to keep doing a bit or whatever. Like because sometimes, like especially on the urban side, there ain't too much stuff we can't talk about. It ain't all gonna be similar to a certain point. But the thing that makes it special is that it's your story.
Right.
So no matter how I tell mine, it's not gonna be like yours. Like you feel me? So. And that's what I like about the circle in the city. Like everybody's that's so individually their self. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Soup ain't nobody acting like Soup. Like
Yeah, he funny too.
he funny. Like, but it's him. Like you know what I'm saying? Like with Joe, that's him. you
But
know?
he in a forum all day.
Yeah.
It being a barber, he around
Oh,
funny,
yes.
and he around examples of funny all day. He hearing all these stories from all these crazy, hey man, that's prime.
And then he just got a dope energy about himself. He has a presence. You know what I'm saying? Like so, and when that plays together, it's like, oh, that's Soup. Like you feel me? Like you know that when you hear him, you ain't got to see him no more. Now you just hear it, and it's like, oh, that Soup be crazy. Like, you know?
Right.
And that's what be motivate me. Like, cause sometimes I be having to close a show and I be on with my bros. Like you feel me? And like that's what I like about comedy now too. When you work hard, you get control. You get to make choices and things. And you get a lot of these promoters. They just want to do something either for their community or they might want to make a little money. But at the same time, they don't know what they doing. So when that comedy get booked, instead of being like, oh yeah, go on give me 200, I come through and do it. Like I be like, man, what's your budget? Who you talk to? They tell me they budget. Like, oh, bet, boom, I can bring you a whole show.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Now we all working.
Yeah.
Like you
yeah.
feel me? So that's how and it makes me comfortable. Now I know somebody's here with me. It ain't like that's what I need, but it definitely makes me comfortable because I know that these guys are gonna be on stage before me and they gonna set this bar. Like you feel what I'm saying? So I ain't about to be able to, it ain't gonna be no cakewalk. I don't want it to be easy.
Right.
But I want us to murder it. I want us to be all booked again somewhere. Next time Soup headline, I host.
Yeah.
You feel me?
You could start a comic temp agency.
Right. That's basically what it is.
That'll
Like,
be a lick.
I get a lot of people who call me like, man, who you think I should book for this? Or do you know any comics in this area? And I'm quick to send some numbers because why they do the same for me? A lot of dudes don't do that.
Right.
They be like, oh, why you ain't call me to do it? And they probably just did the show.
Yeah.
And they mad that they calling you. Like, you feel me? But when they see you, it's like, oh, what's up, fam? I
Right.
see you working. Like, no,
Right,
you don't.
right.
Like, you told dude don't call
Right.
me.
Right.
So,
Right.
That's crazy. We was talking like before we jumped on air. We was talking about like how other cities work though, and in a bigger city, you will be like a booking agent.
yeah.
Like, I think we just need to start looking at ourselves as those titles and take it serious
yeah.
because it's coming together. Like, you know
It's
how much
definitely
money
here.
you can make booking different people for different events, and you just the middleman.
And you know what's so crazy? Like, we can start a run in the city. Like, you don't have to always got to be going out of town. You could be in Avondale Monday,
Yep.
Walnut Hills Tuesday, down the way Thursday. Like, that's a run.
Yeah.
We was talking about it's like who
That way, that's now you making the whole city comfortable with messing with us because they ain't got to drive all over the place. You eventually gonna be in their area. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah,
Right.
And that's how you work your hand. Whoever from that area, that's your court.
Right.
You feel me? And we gonna roll. We got you. Like, you feel me? But just return the favor.
Yeah.
Everything else gonna come around.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you get that rolling like that, that's when you get these big names coming into the city and you ain't got to pay them. because they just hear about the vibe. They want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Gotta come do some time.
Right.
You ever hear
Hannibal
them stories
Buress
about
walked
people
in.
just pop up and
Yeah.
they do an hour? And
That's,
Yeah.
Eddie's been doing
you
that.
feel what I'm saying? That's,
Eddie, what if Eddie, something like that happened, right? And Eddie's passing through and say he just want to pop up.
and ain't nowhere for him to go.
And he would do it in a city like ours because he
Yeah.
know we a consumer city.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Mhm.
Hannibal Buress, when he was here, he came down to Motor on a Tuesday
Mm.
and did like 45 minutes.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I like about the new Funny Bone on, they do their little open mics on Thursdays, and sometimes they shows run Thursday to Sunday, so some of the big names, they come upstairs and work jokes.
Yep.
That's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think
And
that's dope.
If you a comic and you trying to get some stage time, that's a good place to do it because a lot of times there be a lot of people in there.
Yeah,
on
just
the amateur nights.
And then they already just left a comedy show, so
They ready to
they're
laugh.
here. Like,
Yeah.
especially let it be kind of and they come through and they hear people laugh. Oh, they gonna
Yeah.
stop. They ain't got to pay no more.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
You
yeah.
feel me?
Yeah,
Right.
man. Funny Bone.
They
Shout
got a
out,
nice little vibe up there. Yeah, shout out to Funny Bone.
yeah, man. Shout out to Marquise and
Kev,
Kev.
you went up. Did they?
Yeah, I did Park Place on Tuesday. They had Davino's on Wednesdays. It
Park
was,
Place always have fun up there. We always have fun. Shout out to them guys, man.
Yeah, man. It's a lot more places to get your talent out now.
Mm-hmm.
Open mics and all that type.
So that's why it ain't no excuses. Like, it ain't no shortcuts no more. Like, the internet is definitely it's a job if that's the route you're gonna take. But if you ain't gonna take that route, then you definitely about to have to work hard. Like, you feel me? Because that's what you competing with people being there to take shortcuts, not really putting that time in. And what happens is they get their numbers up, they get a following, then they get booked, and they get on these shows with these guys who've been doing this 4 or 5 years trying to get on, and they can't follow that.
Right.
They can't follow somebody who's out here experiencing the real people in your face.
Yeah.
Like, on the internet, you can delete it, fix it, wait to put a little color on it. Can't do that in no bar.
So what's your grind like? How do you come up and market yourself in 2019 as a comedian?
I definitely I'm trying to get my numbers up as far as on the social media side. I'm trying to brand myself. I just got me another logo made. Like, I want to be on like some one namer, like just Dusty. You feel me? And everybody get it. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So I'm really trying to brand myself, trying to really represent where I'm from. Being from Kentucky by way of Cincinnati. Like, when I'm on the road, people can't fathom where I'm from. Like, 'cause I'm like, man, you sound like you're from the East Coast, but you look like you whoa. And I'm like, well, I'm from Kentucky, and my name's Dusty. It just be throwing them off.
Yeah,
like, you feel me? Like,
Right.
so, but I love that, though. That's what make me special to them. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not nothing they thought I would be.
Right.
Based on their perception of where I'm from. And I always explain, like, everywhere I go, I always find something familiar about everything. Everywhere I feel like home once you're there long enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, for a day, you'll find a spot, like a bar, or you'll meet somebody to remind you of somebody you know. And that's what set the tone of what you're dealing with. That's why when I do these shows, I already know them without even never meeting them before, because I know people just like y'all.
Right.
It's only like 7 type of people, and then everybody else is a mixture.
That's
of
what,
those
yeah, it's
7.
just like, you know what the mentality of them is going to be, and it ain't even about race at this point. It's just about the energy you get from, like, dang, you look like my math teacher.
Bruh, you Rayshawn Brown from 4th grade.
And that's all you got to keep in your head.
Yeah.
And that's going to set the tone of, like, your confidence of, like, I could talk to him. I know Rayshawn from 4th grade. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So
How else can you work on your confidence as if you want to get out on stage? Because
you got to do it.
yeah.
It's like a bike. You can't pop no wheelie the first day. You feel me? But by the end of the summer, I'm telling you, you probably can do a trick or two. Like, but it's because you rode your bike all summer,
Right.
not because you waited and played. About race at this point. It's just about the energy you get from, like, dang, you look like my math teacher.
Bruh, you Rayshawn Brown from 4th grade.
And that's all you got to keep in your head.
Yeah.
And that's going to set the tone of, like, your confidence of, like, I could talk to him. I know Rayshawn from 4th grade. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So
How else can you work on your confidence as if you want to get out on stage? Because
you got to do it.
yeah.
It's like a bike. You can't pop no wheelie the first day. You feel me? But by the end of the summer, I'm telling you, you probably can do a trick or two. Like, but it's because you rode your bike all summer,
Right.
not because you waited and played. And it don't work like that. And that's what you see a lot of people struggling with. And that's for real. It's a lot of people that's doing that. That's in the way too.
Yeah.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, not knocking they hustle, because some of them probably did enough time to network with so they know certain people or things like that, so they can still roll with the title. But it's like, bro, you ain't putting no work in. Like, they're the ones who come in and think they supposed to just be on your show because that don't mean nothing. You been the little brother on the court. And when you remember that you had to play on the court over here, and then once you finally got on that main court, you're not giving your spot up for nobody. Like, so that's what you got to do in this, man. You got to just stick with it, and then you look up. Now you getting picked up. You feel me? Or now you picking. So
I think you really have to. It really has to be in you, just like with people that do music. It's not the majority of the people that do these types of things that we like, comedy and music, live, especially live, they don't just pop. It takes years. So it's got to be something that's really in you. A lot of people, like you said, somebody signs you up, or somebody get dared to go on stage to do something, and they might have gotten a good response that first day, but they don't have what needs to be in them to continue to do it. Like, it's just like it was fun. It was like just like somebody that gets drafted to the NBA and they think everything's over. Nah, you got to work even much harder.
Or some of them get drafted and they was already tired of basketball.
Right.
They get there and they like, man, another practice.
Right.
Like, even with them offering all the money, they like, I'm cool on that. Like, I just rather go back here. And it'd be like that. But like you said, a lot of people. Like with my dude signing me up, it wasn't like I didn't think I was funny.
Right.
But at the same time, I never really thought like, man, I'm going to sign up for some comedy and I'm going to change. Nah, but it saved me, though, because I was hustling. I was doing a bunch of stuff out here.
Right.
And once I got locked up in the middle of doing it and I seen that I was going to lose everything, this was before I had kids and everything.
Right.
So to see, like, when I got back, it wasn't like I got out and it was like a big party and he back. I had to start over. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I had to meet a new GM, had to work my way back up. Like, so I was like, I can't sacrifice that for nothing. And it ain't even about, because I'm going to make it as a comic. It was like, I done been doing this. I ain't sacrificing that for nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is all I got. I'm 39, you know what I'm saying? So you can't keep changing up what you're going to do.
Right.
Yeah. Like, it's over.
Right.
I understand that, so this is what I do. So I take it serious.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that I'm so comfortable with it, people take it the wrong way. They take it like, oh man, he just do that because he can. Like, nah, it took me a minute to get this comfortable with it. Like, and I don't know how to not be confident about it. And it ain't even like I'm arrogant. It ain't like I be just, but I know I'm good. So a lot of people take it like, well, I don't know if he's serious. Like, because they don't think I'm working hard. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because I worked so hard at it. Like, so that's where I'm at, trying to be like, all right, well, let me try to make that transition. I want to headline more. I want to feature more,
Yeah.
Get my own night. If anything, I'll show you.
Right.
As you've been working, do you think you just get better, or do you just get more comfortable?
I get sharper.
Yeah.
I get sharper, and then I get better based on studying my craft, you know what I'm saying? Learning new setups and learning new angles of creating a picture in people's mind. That's why you're speaking to them without it being like all like and like buffoonery. Like, you know
your words got to be precise.
Yeah.
The best comics, they say funny stuff, but they so precise when they take you along this story that you can't get lost because they like, it's very precise. Every word is a character in the story.
And that's why, like, if you think of any comic that really had, like, a strong type of, like, way they did, like, a twang or whatever, like, too Southern or too East, or they don't last long because, like, it gets annoying. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It just sounds like all the words are running together. And that's why I was like, at first, people was like, you gonna let them, you gonna keep your name as Dusty? And I'm like, that's my mama call me. Like, that's my name. It ain't like my name is Crack Rock, like, you know what I'm saying? Some buffoonery like type of name. I really had to fight to be able to be called Dusty with like confidence now. Like, it was growing up, that was like the worst name to have. Poor what?
Yeah, in the
projects,
public school.
Nah, we from KY.
Okay,
but over here too. Shout out to English Woods, my Aunt Jenny. That's why I just spent a couple weekends. Hey, I've been through it.
You ever asked your mom why she named you Dusty?
Oh, she told me why, because I started playing the dirt.
So she named you after like.
As soon as I get out of the tub, straight out the door. We had this tree in our yard with no grass around it, just dirt. And out the door, boom.
So your real name is not Dusty?
No.
Okay. I was about to say she ain't.
My real name is Lawrence.
Okay, Lawrence.
See, it don't get no better.
Lawrence
Like Lawrence sounds like it comes with glasses.
Yeah. You should start rocking them.
But nobody believes either one of them in my name. I don't know why.
And then you a comedian, so they like, is this all a big joke?
You know, nobody believes nothing I say. I could tell you something to save your life, and some people be like, man, you know that. With the jokes.
Just be laughing
pat. Oh, he trying to tell me.
Right.
Hey, that's a skit. Would nobody take you seriously because you're a comedian? You try to tell somebody about to get shot, and they still laughing as they get shot?
Like, bro, he trying to tell.
You crazy.
How do you do with a smile on his face?
That's crazy, man. Hey, that would be so hard. You should definitely do that. Send us the link.
I'm down.
Can you tell us more about doing the open mic with Gary Owens, man? What's some interesting situations you've been in doing comedy with this guy?
Oh man, like anybody in the city that did comedy around then, like I was new. It was already a bunch of people who was already kind of out there, you know, in the city. But with him, like he'll give you a chance. But if you don't do good, that's how his night's gonna go. It's talking about how bad you did, like. And I ain't never been booed, but I ain't do my best right out the gate. But at the same time, like being forced, because he used to be late all the time. So I got hella time on stage. So that's how I got funny on stage. Like, I already knew I was funny, but I learned. That's why I learned it was a difference of being funny and then being on stage telling some jokes. And even then, I was thinking like, well, who do I think's funny, and why do I think they funny? And then I started overthinking that. It's like I think I'm funny because I'm funny, like how I view things. And once I found that to the comedy, I could talk about anything. Like, so, you know, when you start, your first jokes are doodle jokes and stuff like that. So I would run with that about how black people scared to doodle in public places, but white people ain't.
True.
Like, when black people doodle in public places, why do they hide their feet? Like, you already doodling, you might as well be comfortable. Like, it's not wrong. It's like a natural thing to do, to doodle. Like, why are we so afraid to get caught doodling?
Why you think?
Because it's funny. Because you don't want nobody laughing at you.
We always thinking about getting cracked.
Like, ooh, drop that stinky low. Ooh,
yeah,
like.
And if they see my shoes, they gonna see me when I leave.
Yeah.
Oh, that was you.
Hey, every time I catch somebody doodling at the bar, I take a picture of their shoes and do a scavenger hunt in the bar while everybody's still there. Like, find these shoes. He dropped the deuce. And
you should start that as an Instagram.
I used to do it at the bar. That'll be live.
Posting everybody's shoes, people who doodle in clubs.
Whose shoes? Whose shoes are these?
Who's doodle shoes, man? That would be crazy.
Especially anybody walking around talking about, you know, or feeling like they got this.
Oh, they live? Yeah. They pooping pigeon toe because they got new shoes up.
Hey, that would be crazy, bro. Whoa.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's crazy. That just took me somewhere.
I was about to go to Orlando to do a church show. Hold on, let me pull it
Really?
up on my phone. Yeah. I be doing everything, man. I do church shows. Told you birthday party.
And I'm guessing it's got to be clean, right?
Yeah, I do clean. I do my same set and I can just clean it up.
Okay.
Plus with churches though, like like a lot of times ain't nobody holy moly anybody at church, they done been through something.
Yeah, they trying to get holy.
They get it, but they ain't just trying to hear the graphic side of like what you saying, but they know what you saying, like, so you just have manners, like talk like your mom there, talk like your aunt there, talk like whoever you respect is sitting there. You don't want to make them feel bad, like, and they be laughing, they be ready for it.
I used to sing at Charlie Winburn's church.
Charlie Wilburn.
Yeah.
Why do I know that name?
He's on city council. And people was feeling my singing. And then one day I just sold a whole bunch of inner spaces in there. And I think people thought it was going to be a gospel CD. It's cussing all through the CD. So it's like, it's older people buying it. I'm just like, oh, they about to be zoned out. But if he hustling, I'm hustling.
Right.
Because he say some wild stuff during service. So it's just like, Yeah, I had people come up to me after that, man, with some questions, but we got it all together, man. It was weird. It was weird, bro.
They rebuted you. They got to in the Lincoln. They drove off in the.
It was a lot of people judging, but it was some people like, hey, I heard that.
Nice beat.
Even with the cuss words, bro. Yeah. Man,
I know yesterday, well, it's not yesterday. Over the weekend, I did a performance in Covington at the Soul Food Festival, right? So the woman that went on before me, she was singing gospel, and she probably went for about 45 minutes.
okay.
Just, you know,
Church.
took them to church, right? And you know, my stuff ain't graphic and disrespectful like that or whatever. But my DJ was like, "Hey, yo, what she doing church music? What's gonna happen when you say the cuss word?" I said, "Nah, I can do the stuff without the cuss word." He was like, "Oh, okay." But you know, as I segue through my show, this stuff is talking about relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, before I was going into my songs, I was like, you know, I know everybody out here knows about relationships, you know, going in and out of like.
Okay.
And I said, I know everybody know. We all here. That means everybody here knows about relationships. What do you do when you're in a relationship? You know, so I said, you know, you flirt. After the flirt, you trying to take them. You know what I mean? Cause it's like, I'm trying to make sure everybody's be at ease.
Right.
Don't be sitting up here on it, because I know you. I know I'm gonna see you at the club
Right.
later tonight.
Right.
So just cause she just got out this stage doing this
holy moly.
great gospel, I'm about to come with some real. So enjoy yourselves. And then, so what happened was at first they kind of like, I said, you know what? After the first two songs, I was like, you know, I love when the crowd is real reserved. That gives me something to look forward to by the end of the show when I got everybody vibing and clapping and dancing and stuff. Then I know I've done my job. And then by the end of the night, the set, that's what they was doing. But at first they was like looking to see
who else
gonna dance.
yeah.
They took one lady to get out there and go, you know,
yeah.
Miss May Rice.
Yeah.
She was like, I was like, and then it was over. Everybody just started
That's what's up.
joining in. But you definitely can, if you universal, if you funny, you funny. And you, even if you take the cuss word out or whatever, you know, if you funny, you funny. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
And they get it. It's all about the energy of it. For real, man. And for real, like everybody wants to, like, if you don't want to laugh, there's something wrong with you.
Right.
And if it is something, like, figure out what it is. If you can't laugh, there's something wrong with you, but it could be fixed, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got a game I want to play with you. It's called This or That. I'll give you a couple options, and then you're going to tell me either this option or that option, man.
All right.
Just to see where your mind's at. We'll start off kind of slow, man. Cat or dog?
Dog.
Cookie or brownie?
Brownie.
Ridiculousness or wilding out?
Ain't they the same kind of? Wilding out.
Wilding out?
Yeah.
Cash money or no limit? Why?
No limit, man.
Why? You got to tell why on that one.
Mac. Soldier Slim. Mia X. Mystical.
Yeah.
It was just like, that was my... Hey, P could have told me anything back in the day.
Hey, man.
I ain't gonna lie. And I ain't never sell though. But if people would be like, bro, there ain't no way. Go and get your hey.
P told me.
P told me. Hey, we hung on
that's
every
good.
word. Just catch that bus to the mall.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite album, man? You could see y'all 50,000.
Ghetto Dope. Ghetto Dope was dope.
Yeah.
You know what? Mia X had the livest CDs. She had the livest features.
Yeah.
She had bars.
Yeah.
Like she was a lyricist for real. Mac was a lyricist, so Mac's CD was dope. That first Soldier Slam was live. Soldier Slam was dope. That was my guy too. Like I believed every word he said too. That's crazy what music do to you, man.
Yeah.
But it was because he had it. Like he painted a picture. He wasn't talking about like no glory. He was talking about being on dope, like not trusting nobody, being, you know what I'm saying? He was telling his story, so it wasn't even like he was trying to just force something. Nah, I'm gonna tell you about me, and it was dope to me. Like for somebody to be that open, because they like based on where you from, where they was from, it was common for somebody to be 14 doing heroin.
Yeah.
To us, that was crazy. Like Like no matter once you figured out that's what they was doing, like a mentality from where I was from, it was a couple dudes like I ain't rocking with it, I ain't do dope, man. You know, like come on, man. They on a whole like you wouldn't survive where they was from. You on a like you your mind too closed, so you almost gotta admire a person that makes that transition because that's a lot to come from.
Yeah, poor.
From where they killing everybody and y'all doing dope. Like, whoa, you know how powerful that person is? Like,
right.
Even if they look horrible when you see them, like to even be able to see them like doing something outside of that is crazy. So,
what you think about Silk the Shocker, man?
horrible.
Thank you.
Trash.
He might.
Trash. And I was mad because I rocked with him, but it was on a young mentality. Just the beat was dope and his cadence sounded kind of catchy, but once you listen to him, it's like, man, he ain't talking about nothing.
How do you
he
dance
repeating
to
everybody.
a Silk the Shocker song?
You can't. You can't even clap to a Silk.
You can't. You gonna be everywhere. Like your hands never gonna meet. They gonna be
like it's like when you trying to double dust, but you ain't never really double dust. It's
Yeah.
like, man, y'all go ahead.
Right,
Watch you do this, because I don't see how you you know what it was. He tried to be mystical.
Yeah, he did.
He tried to do that.
He was the first Blueface.
Yes. Dang, that's
Wow.
powerful.
Silk the Shocker's Blueface daddy.
Dang.
And his mama live in Kentucky.
I can't stand Blueface.
I like Blueface.
I can't stand him.
I like him because he remind me of Sugar Free. And Sugar Free is that.
No, he don't. Sugar Free was nice, man.
Man, Sugar Free is nice, bruh. But Blueface, he nice with what he do too, man.
I don't like his cadence, man. I can't. I can't listen to off balance stuff like that.
Yeah.
It bothers my ear.
Yeah, I feel you.
I only heard one of his songs.
It's a guy that do music on Railway. I had to tell him like he's dope, and he gave me some music, and it was like, are you purposely rapping off beat? Like, is that like you like I've heard you rap? Like, why are you doing that? Like, so I don't know. I guess it's because when I was doing music, it was all based on rhythm, timing, like like you're not. You're an instrument. You're not even the whole song. Like you're part of that. Like so, it's just weird to see people go so far off a grid with music. I get it though, but I just can't tolerate it. I don't know. It's weird.
I like to hear the new stuff and take.
Some of them dope. I like the baby. He nice. He be snapping.
Yeah, the baby be snapping, and he a cartoon. His beats is cartoonish.
Yeah, he know what he doing. He know what his strengths, his power points are. Like, plus he can rap for real. Like,
yeah, he'll headbutt you in the club too. He get into a lot of stuff he ain't really lost yet.
He created the energy I don't think he would need it after, because he had already kind of popped. So a lot of that, he ain't no sucker. That ain't a good vibe. Like, you don't want nobody to challenge you all the time like that. Right. Especially when you're in a point in his career where he should be still just challenging himself musically, or even acting, or any because like you said, he's creative. He's like a character now, and he's funny. He seemed genuine though. Yeah, I rock with his grind. Dang, that sound funny, and I can't even say what I was supposed to say. After that.
Rock with his grind, bro.
My hope is gonna kill me.
I'm gonna play some Aaliyah music behind that. You said that. Movies or Netflix? Would you rather go to the movies or just watch Netflix?
I'm lazy. Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Martin or Fresh Prince?
Martin, man.
If you got to go out and buy, this is your last $10. Are you buying a pack of Newport Kings or Newport 1 Millions? The real long Cruella DeVille joint.
Me personally, I'm buying 2 Black and Miles at that point. It was my last 10. So.
Hey, you still got what?
Nah, I buy the shorts though. You got to stick 1,000. That's a lot of cigarettes. That sound funny too.
It's different. Yeah. It's a different pool. You get halfway through one of them long.
But the short ones are a little more potent though. Dang, next question. It's sounding funny. The short ones is a little more potent. Wow.
Box or soft pack though?
Box.
If you got a real job, only people who don't got jobs buy soft packs. You can't be in the factory.
Nah, I think it's more of an age thing. Only people buy soft packs was popping in the 50s.
Right, right.
They used to roll them in their sleeves and stuff.
Right. Man, you would come out to go on break with a soft pack and have
I should look cool.
40 cigarettes instead of 20. They all broke in half, man. It's a sad day. You ever be working somewhere and had to bum a cigarette?
And it don't be your brand?
It don't be your brand, and then you...
I hate when they got waves. I be wanting to crush people's waves when I see them and when they set them down at work. I be wanting to just crush the box, like quit smoking waves.
Yeah, and dark horses. If you smoke dark horses,
I ain't
man,
hip to them.
Yeah, man, it's a harsh smoke.
Is it like a Mexican
It's like a
cigarette?
Swisher or something like that.
Ah, I know what you're talking about.
It's them cigarettes you only buy when you
yeah.
ain't got nothing else. You like,
they put
smoking
more
tobacco.
into the production of the pack than they did the cigarettes. I know what you're
It
talking
feel
about.
like somebody trying to rip your esophagus out from the back.
That's how you know you're a smoker if you can say random different type of tobacco.
Yeah, because I'm like,
Man, it's
Nah, I could do
Bits in
Newport.
the hedges, mama.
when I was a kid, I smoked cigarettes when I was a child. I did a bunch of mess I should have been doing as a child, but we go steal the cigarettes. Oh, my homie, his mom, that's what she smoked.
Yeah.
So we go get one, buy hers, and steal one. Be in the woods smoking all of them. like yo, we trying to kill ourselves.
Lightheaded.
Lightheaded like a
I feel like you either did that as a kid or you smoked all your mom's butts when she left.
Right.
I used to hit
try
the
it.
butts.
Yeah.
The worst smoke ever.
Nah, my uncle used to leave his Wild Irish Rose in the refrigerator. And I just keep sipping and sipping. And you look up, it's almost gone. Like,
You wet too.
buzzing. Keep running in the house. Don't know why I'm sweaty and thirsty still. Like, shout out to Uncle Bill and the Wild Irish Rose. Called it his redhead, the redhead.
Yeah,
Red
man.
kind.
Shout out to everybody who's still drinking Wild Irish Rose.
Man.
The new Wild Irish Rose is Four Loko.
Nah, that's antifreeze. You ever seen that stuff?
It's deep.
That's deep.
It's deep, man.
You can be reported that look like antifreeze. I think they put sugar in it and put it in the can and
My dude
and
was
put
drinking-
color on the
my dude
can,
was
and now
drinking
these Negroes running around drinking it.
Right.
You know, they said for Loco, you be drunk in that like then. Like you don't be like, dang, I was messed up last night. You was like, nah, I got messed up like 5 minutes ago off of Four Loco. That's
It hits you
dangerous.
quick.
Yeah.
It hits you quick, man. Yeah, man. They outlawed them and then brought them back. Because remember, at first they had like the ginseng in it. So it's turning your heart up, too, with it.
Man.
And all the college kids are starting to pass out, wasting they good tuition.
Falling out.
Oh, you already know.
Man.
Dang, we sound like Revelation. Set it off like.
Oh, no. Don't tell them. Don't tell them yet.
Yeah, I was slipped up and told about the revolution.
No, it won't be terrible. Tell them turn it off so it can't be televised.
You heard him tackling? They tackled him. He was talking about it.
Hey, man. Prince, Fresh, I already asked you that. Prince or Mike?
Man. Prince, man. I rock with Prince.
Yeah. I heard you. Yeah, man, I picked Prince.
Michael's
too, man.
dope, though. I just rock with Prince. But
Yeah.
Michael's dope.
Yeah, man, Prince had so many instruments he could play.
Yeah.
And you know he played all that live. Like, all his albums, it was all live.
Yeah.
And he wrote all the music for each instrument.
Yeah. And some high heels.
And some high heels. And he was only 20-something. Like, people don't realize that. Like, he was young back then. That's why they called him Prince, right? Because he was so young.
He that's actually his name, but his birth name. But he was
Wasn't he like 20?
he was like
19
14
or
and
something?
15 when the record labels was first trying to get with him, and they wanted to be able to write his stuff, and he was declining all the deals because he was like,
At
nah,
14, that's crazy.
He was like, I want to produce my own stuff.
But coming from being an outcast, he ain't had no friends. So he had
I
to
remember
be-
him saying like he used to be so poor that he would go to McDonald's and wait for people to open the door and just sniff.
Hey, he should have took
You
that
see
on
that?
the road.
Just sniff.
We laughed at that, man.
You come from those
That ain't
type
real,
of
man.
circumstances, that's would be a lot of times the people, or you just kill yourself. Those be the people that really blow up.
You get through that.
Get through that, you can get through anything.
That's not a true story, man.
No, he said that. Straight up.
Hey, man, he was out here
Google it.
wasting his time. He could, man.
Minneapolis,
That's ridiculous,
Minnesota.
man.
And he was freezing.
What do you mean? He just all right, man.
No, like you walking past, you don't got enough money to go eat.
So he just go smell the burgers.
They open the door, just Go make it hit.
Press is on that, man. He perfect, man. He made that up. I gotta erase that too.
That was powerful though. If he did,
Yeah, man. That's like you wasting your time. You could have been in pursuit of some ramen noodles or something.
they probably weren't popping like that back then.
No, this when he was a kid.
Yeah, man.
This when he was young. He probably couldn't get no job or nothing.
I don't know. That's crazy, man. I wish he was. Never mind. So yeah, man. We appreciate Dusty coming out to the show, man. I got some questions after that, man. But yeah, man. Tell people where you're gonna be at, how they can catch up with you.
You can follow me on all social media, comedian Dusty Lewis, Facebook, Instagram. Follow me on IG. My Facebook is I got too many people. I sound arrogant, but it's true. Like I got too many people. I can't add no more people on Facebook. You can follow me on my fan page on Facebook, but hit me up on IG, then you can hit me up. Like I like to talk to people and stuff. I got every first Tuesday at the Newport Ultra Lounge on right there, the old Arnie's.
Is it just you, or you bring comedians?
I'm hosting.
in?
You can come down, get down.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
what's up.
yeah. Just hosting it. Finally got back on my side of the water, and where people can just walk down. There's an older vibe, a real chill, laid back.
Right across the street from the old Funny Bone where you.
Yep, right across from the levee. It's called Newport Ultra Lounge. I don't know the address. What else I got going on? I'm in Orlando this month. I got a book from Miami in October. The Improv. I got hopefully this month late September I might be going to audition at the Apollo. They got that again up there.
Okay.
Because I was supposed to go before, but it didn't work out, like transportation. But I get to do that. Just working, man. Hopefully, just follow me on my social media, because I like a lot of times it'd be like I just did Louisville last night and they called me day before yesterday for it. But that's how I go. You feel me?
Yeah.
So. I be everywhere, man. I'm trying to make it happen. Shout out to y'all, man. Have me on the show, man.
No doubt, man.
Get to go to Wind Terrace and eat some barbecue. It's crazy.
Before you get up out of here, though, man, what's one thing that you do that relax you when you want to just de-stress? I ask everybody.
I play ball. I go hoop. That's the only time I ain't thinking, because I'm focused on what I'm doing. Like. So I go play ball. I walk a lot too. I go for walks, man, and just really think things to the full extent of it. Like as far as what the problem is, can it be fixed? Do I want to fix it? Is it beneficial not only to me or to the person involved? Like I be thinking. I feel like I overthink a lot of things, but I think fast. So like I might walk from Newport, Covington back across 12th Street, and then in that moment, by the time I get back, my mind's clear. Like, I almost don't even remember every aspect of what I thought, but I know I thought it through. So whatever I do after that point was the best judgment I felt. So I definitely do that. Because you got to get your mind a break, man. Like, it's like this country ain't set up to win by just working one job. You can't just do one thing and come up. Like some people get lucky or blessed to be creative at one thing that works, but that ain't how this goes. So you got to work harder. So if you're going to work harder, give your mind a break. You know what I'm saying? Take a mental break. That way your body lasts longer. Because you ever see somebody like will sickness on themselves because they complain so much? Always tired. I can't stand these kids. Yeah, and who got an ulcer? Who got a knot on their neck and they don't know what it is? Is that person that complain all day? Keep that away from me. Because that's an energy. You feel me? So definitely got to find your own peace, whatever it is. Like.
That's the most important currency, man.
Yeah.
Because you can't really maneuver through life the way you should if you can't get peace. So.
Yeah.
And that's what you usually, if you think about everything you pay a lot of money for, is the piece of convenience. Like you pay a lot of money for a nice car, so you can move better, go further, or you pay nice money for the clothes so somebody can compliment you, so you can take that energy because you can't create it for yourself. So.
Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I was at the movies the other day, and it was the previews for the new movie about how Westinghouse and Tesla was going at it. It was like solve problems for dummies. It's pretty much what you want to do. Like America is about having a business, and the people who come over here from other places to get what we got to offer, they know that. But I feel like we being here all the time, we get spoiled, and we don't like. Man, America is about capitalism off of
Mhm.
being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Like, or else you a slave.
And then what's so crazy, like even when some people learn those things, they get scared. Cause they like, man, I ain't about to give you all my money for that. Like, it's like, no, that's why you have that money to do that. Like, so that's
People
where they
who know
drop
how
the
to
ball.
use money
Like,
got a lot of money.
yeah,
A lot of times.
definitely how it go. But that's the place I'm trying to get to, and there's a lot of things I know I need to work on. But I know this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 little girls, 6 and 4 years old, and I think that's dope. Like, so I want to be as dope as I can be for them, because I want to be a part of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I rock with my kids. I see my kids every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do hair. Like, watch videos that do hair, because I have little girls. Like, if they was boys, I would get more in shape and whatever I had to do. I always got this bit about wanting to go to the gym to work out so I can just look like I can beat a daddy up. Like, because I got girls, like I want to be that, what they're going to expect. Like, because what they see in you is what they going to look for. Whatever they see you do is going to be all right, even if it bothers them, because they see you do that. So definitely trying to fix that.
Right.
Appreciate you coming out, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out.
Definitely.
Because he out here moving around.
Little bit.
Yeah, man, I've been hearing his name for a minute, so it's good to finally get you in here and kind of tell a little bit about your journey. What about you, Vi? What you got going on coming up?
Man, 20th, 21st, we got the Overcast Hip Hop Festival at Top Cats.
I got to get up to Top Cats, man. It's dope in there.
Yeah.
I thought that was the dopest thing when they opened that back up. That's when I first got into like the music side in the city. I forget who I went up there with. It was like a buddy from school or something. Back in the day when they just had the b-boy battles and the rap battles. I thought that was the illest. It felt like I was in New York somewhere, and I was only in Clifton. Like, that's why I remember seeing y'all rock up there back in the day, and across the street. With the little, you go down where you had to go down the steps. Yeah, back in the day though when y'all was up there.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
So that's on the 21st of September. The 28th, I'll be in Atlanta. At this mansion. My people's have a mansion down there. Every year they do like this like R&B and jazz type of event. So I'm gonna go down there and rock in front of the pool.
Yeah.
I'll probably shoot a video of that.
I'm about to say, man.
You might as well go all out. Like.
Gotta shoot a video.
Gotta shoot a video. So that, and I'm sure there'll be some other stuff popping up even before that. I'm trying to do something for my birthday on the 13th. So, but yeah, that's what I got going on. But Instagram is Mr. Vibe1, VIBEONE. Facebook, VIBEONE. Twitter, Facebook, VIBE-ONE. Twitter, VIBEONE. E.S.A.ENT@gmail.com for production, booking, mixing, mastering, anything like that. Yep.
Yeah, man. And my name is Six, man. This has been the Nomtombout Radio Show, man. 91.7 WVXU, your HD2 station. Or you're streaming us live on radioartifact.com. Make sure you check us out on Facebook. You can check us out at Nomtombout. That's NOMTOMBOUT. Or you can check us out on Instagram, Nomtombout_radio. Other things that I'm working on right now is I'm just connecting a lot of dots, trying to make everything make sense. Got new music on the way, feel right. Got a lot coming with the Type-ish podcast also, so make sure you also check that out. Last Sunday of every month, we at Northside Tavern at 4 o'clock for the live tapings. Just trying to stay busy a lot. So make sure you also check us out, Nomtombout Radio, every Wednesday here on 91.7 WVXU or Radio Artifact. We about this joint, man.
7 p.m.
7 p.m., man. Go show yourself how cool you are. Yeah, man. We up out of here, man. Goodbye.